Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Niasim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you are great. I am sure majority of you have been seeing tweets coming out from Elon Musk. And did you all see the black eye he had and the rest of it? So now let me start with Elon Musk calls to fire Republicans who supported budget bill. Now, I am going to say this. Why is he speaking out? Is it because he like left the White House? Now, I am sure he is aware of this budget bill because as close as he is to Mr. President, he probably saw the bill. He knew the bill was going to be passed. Why did he not speak up before the bill was passed? Or why did he not say anything? Now he waited till he existed to talk about the budget bill. So the tweets that has been coming out from him, he was saying that Congress is making America bankrupt, and also went further to say that, and also it is increasing the gigantic budget deficit, and also said that the economy is not sustainable, and it's becoming a burden to American citizens, and the economy is also crashing. And he also said that he is sorry that he can't stand it anymore, that the massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. So now let me tell you, it looks like the relationship is already sour, which I knew was going to happen eventually, because he was the one that helped this man to get into wherever he is at this point in time. But you know what? Let's get into this video.
So on yesterday, I briefly came out and talked about Elon Musk and his viral tweet. I got more to say, so let's talk about it, shall we? Here's what Elon Musk put out, and I found more to the tweet. Here's what he put out. He started the main tweet off with this: Congress is making America bankrupt. He goes on to say it will massively increase the already gigantic budget deficit to $2.5 trillion and burden American citizens with crushing unsustainable debt. And then he goes into the main tweet that everybody is talking about. The main tweet says, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it." I stand by on what I said yesterday, and I'm getting ready to add to it. Elon Musk, by way of Doge, took over the White House, went into government agencies and departments and shut them down. Elon Musk is one of the main sources as to why we'll be digging out from this destruction for decades to come. He went in, destroyed the lives of veterans, fired them, fired thousands of other people, shut down programs that affect millions of people around the world, and people are dying because of it. I want us all to remember that Elon Musk showed us exactly who he is with the Nazi salute. He called American citizens peasants. We were a drain on the budget. And so he called us peasants. He told us to our faces that we are the fraud, waste, and abuse. And to cut back on fraud, waste, and abuse, I'm going to cut the programs that the American people benefit from, the peasants benefit from. Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare, all of that is a Ponzi scheme. Isn't that what he called it? Elon Musk used his presidential influence to spread lies and misinformation about white South African farmers, that they were being genocided over in South Africa. He had the president's ear. And so while the president is booting out black and brown people, he talked the president into bringing in white South Africans and white South Africans only. Elon Musk for decades has been showing us how much of a racist he is. There have been several lawsuits brought against him and Tesla for the racism at those Tesla factories. Elon Musk has long shown us who he is, and we should never forget that. He used Doge to get his hands on private information on all of us American citizens. What he plans to do with it, we do not know. He used Doge to increase government contracts for himself. He used Doge to stop other American companies from being able to benefit from government contracts, and he awarded those contracts to himself. He used Doge to stop all of the investigations into his companies, investigations that totaled in fines up to and over $2 billion. Doge was the scheme for Elon Musk to use to benefit himself. Never forget that. And because somebody in that administration can't stand Elon Musk last week showed up with a black eye, told us some lie about him and X horseying around. Elon Musk showed up with a black eye and he was kicked out on Friday. And now on Monday, he's coming out against Donald Trump's baby, that budget bill. Now that Elon Musk has gotten all that he needed from this Trump administration, now he's working to try to get the base back, the base who supported Tesla. Tesla is the moneymaker. So he wants the people on the left to come back in. He wants to pull them back in. He wants them to stop getting rid of their Teslas. He wants them to stop holding him accountable. He wants them to start buying Teslas again, because Tesla is the money maker. Tesla is where the money comes in to fund all of everything else that he's doing. And what better way to do that than to come out against Donald Trump and Republicans? Nope, we must remember that Elon Musk has shown us who he is. And we should believe him, hold him accountable accordingly. But not only is Elon Musk coming out against Donald Trump in this bill, there are other Republicans that are riding Elon Musk's coattail. Here's a couple of them. Charlie Kirk put this out. Now, he's been riding with Donald Trump and the Republicans, so much so that he's been going out around the country to spread their message. He is the reason why young white males have been voting for Donald Trump. This is what he put out. Enough is enough. They just passed a $1.6 trillion pork bomb filled with bribes, backroom deals, and BS. This isn't a budget. It's a payoff list. Elon Musk is calling it out. So should you. Shame on every sellout who voted yes. Our country is being drained by these parasites. Wake up. Now, I don't know what Charlie Kirk's angle is, because I don't pay as much attention to Charlie Kirk, but he's definitely got an angle for putting this out. What is the reason why Charlie Kirk is putting this out? Y'all let me know your thoughts on it down below. But Charlie Kirk has long shown us who he is, and we need to remember that. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who voted for the bill, is now coming out against the bill. She put this out. Full transparency. I did not know about this section on page 278, 279 of the OBBB. That is the big, beautiful bill that strips states of the right to make laws or regulate AI for 10 years. I am adamantly opposed to this, and it is a violation of state rights, and I would have voted no if I had known this was in there. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't think this is the win that you think it is. What you're telling us is that you voted for a bill that you didn't read through thoroughly. And why are you coming out against the bill? Why are you using AI as the reason for you coming out against this bill? Is it because Donald Trump didn't support you for your Senate run? Is that why? Or is it that you are hearing something switching in the streets in your district regarding your support of this bill that attacks Medicaid and Medicare and Social Security? Are you hearing some rumblings out there in your district that your constituents aren't really happy with you? I don't know. I don't trust them people out in her district. I don't trust Republicans altogether. Another reason why I think Elon Musk is coming out against this bill, it's because the Republicans cut out that $7,500 all electric vehicle tax credit. So when you go to buy an electric vehicle, there will be no more $7,500 tax credit for the purchase of that electric vehicle. That affects Elon Musk, and that affects Elon Musk bigly. Everything that Elon Musk does is to benefit Elon Musk. He doesn't give a shit about the American people. Remember, we're the fraud, waste, and abuse. Never forget that he called you, American taxpayers, peasants. With that said, I'll leave you with what Mike Johnson had to say.
What do you say to Elon Musk, who just called your bill a disgusting abomination?
Yeah, let me say this. It's very disappointing. Okay, I've come to consider Elon a good friend. He's obviously a very intelligent person, and he's done a lot of great work. We've applauded all the work they've done with Doge and identifying fraud, waste, and abuse in the government. It's a very important service that's been performed, and we're so excited about it. We're now in the process of codifying that. As you all know, the administration has qualified and quantified the fraud, waste, and abuse that they found in Doge. They're sending it to us to codify, and that's what we'll be doing with the rescissions package and the appropriations process. And so that's something we're very excited about. But with all due respect, my friend Elon is terribly wrong about the one big beautiful bill. We had a long conversation yesterday. He and I spoke for, I think, more than 20 minutes on the telephone, and I extolled all the virtues of the bill. And he seemed to understand that. We had a very friendly conversation about it, and I told him that we're achieving not only all of our priorities, all the promises we made on the campaign trail, all the America First agenda wrapped into this legislation. We're also achieving, the top line on this is two very important things. We're making permanent a massive tax cut, and we are making a massive reduction in spending. $1.6 trillion is the calculation. I've said this many times. I'll be saying it until we get this thing over the line. This is the most amount of money that any government has ever saved on planet Earth in a piece of legislation. Ever. It's a very important first start. Elon is missing it, okay? And it's not personal. I know that the EV mandate, very important to him, that is going away because the government should not be subsidizing these things. It's part of the Green New Deal, and I know that has an effect on his business, and I lament that. We talked about the ramp down period on that and how that should be duly considered by Congress. But for him to come out and pan the whole bill is to me just very disappointing, very surprising in light of the conversation I had with him yesterday.
Do you think that it's Tesla is what's driving this? Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm going to let others draw their own conclusions about that, but this is not personal between any of us. I just deeply regret that he's made.
Never forget, keep your feet on his neck.
Y'all, when Elon damn Musk, you know, the space cowboy and Trump's once super fanboy, starts calling your tax bill a disgusting abomination, woo, that ain't political disagreement. That's billionaire betrayal in HD, baby. Trump's new tax and debt package is being sold to America as this big, beautiful bill, but it's really just a bloated, pork-stuffed disaster. $4 trillion in revenue loss over a decade. $2.5 trillion added to the deficit. And guess how they plan to cover it? By slicing Medicaid, food stamps, and clean air incentives like it's a buffet line at Mar-a-Lago. Meanwhile, billionaires and corporations walk away with even more tax breaks. Ain't that about white? Let me tell you why this matters. This bill ain't just numbers on a paper. It's a direct assault on working families. Black, brown, poor, and rural. It targets energy, healthcare, and education and boosts military spending while slashing support systems. So when this economy crashes again, and it will, guess who won't get a bailout? Us. Let me tell you about the psychological game in this, right, that Trump loves to play. Trump's whole hustle is distraction and deflection. He loves to flood the zone with chaos, then says, oh, don't look at me. Look, blame the Democrats. Even Rand Paul, his own senator, called this thing not conservative. Trump's response? He called Paul crazy. Classic gaslighting. Attack the critics, deny the facts, and keep repeating, oh, it's beautiful, like it's some hypnotic chant. Now, let me say this. Congress is supposed to represent the people, not rob us to bankroll billionaire dreams. Blowing up the deficit without consent of the governed, and then punishing the states by cutting their lifelines? That's fiscal sabotage. And it violates the principle of the social contract that undergirds our democracy. Now, Elon ain't no fucking saint. But if he is jumping ship, you know this thing stinks worse than unwashed Tesla seats in July. You know, it's funny how Trump went from draining the swamp to swimming in pork fat with his gold-plated goggles on. Now, if you don't get anything else from this video, I want you to understand that this bill is not about growth. It's about greed. Don't get distracted by the circus. Pay attention to the receipts. Watch who benefits, who suffers, and who's left paying the bill. Because if we don't fight this mess now, our kids will be drowning in the debt of a dictator's dreams. Stay woke, stay loud, and stay ready.
Elon Musk is mad about this new spending bill and says shame on those who voted for it. Girl, you were just endorsing that entire administration. Like, that's where you were at. Like, you were over there with those people. Like, those are the people who are putting this into action currently. And, like, at the end of the day, I already know it's because Tesla sales are going down. People aren't buying Teslas. And if they do this big tax cut, people won't be able to afford Teslas more already as it is. And, like, Tesla sales are just going to go down more and more and more. But to be like, shame on those who voted for it, you were endorsing that. You were literally on their team. You were literally on their team, and because you couldn't get your way and you had to throw a tantrum and you were fighting with people in there, and now you're no longer in there. Now it's, well, shame on those who voted for it. Girl, you? Like, what? You might as well have voted for it because you were endorsing the entire administration who is making this happen. So for you to be angry and upset about that is weird, Mr. Elon. Like, girl, don't try to backtrack now and make it seem like you're on the people's side now, when you were just fucking with people's money for no reason, literally for absolutely no reason. And now it's, this spending bill is so stupid. Shame on anyone who voted for it. Girl, those were just your people 2 days ago. Don't try to get on here and try to play the game now, girl. I'm so sorry, not really. That Tesla sales are going down. But, like, don't try to play now in our face.
So, Elon Musk just took to his X account on the platform that he owns and stated the following about the big, beautiful bill that the Republicans advanced through the House and is now headed to the Senate. I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. Now, before I go any further, understand, it was fuck Elon Musk before this post, it's fuck Elon Musk during this post, and it will be fuck Elon Musk after this post. I know a lot of people are coming out praising Elon Musk for saying the obvious and acting like he's not the same person that overwhelmingly financed the campaign of Donald Trump and some of the very people who he is talking about shame on that they voted for this bill. This is the same man that ran the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, and laid off or fired hundreds of thousands of federal workers, all in the name of Donald Trump. And for all of you all running around here praising Elon Musk because of this one post, you all are the reason the bar is set as low as it is. Now, y'all run along and have the day that you deserve.
Uh-oh, there is trouble in paradise, and I told y'all it was coming. If you haven't seen already today, the muskrat has been all over X, coming after every single Republican he can over this big, beautiful bill. In fact, he's been talking smack about this administration for a couple weeks now. It kind of feels like he's trying to get ahead of something. You all know that's the taco man's move, right? As soon as he parts ways with somebody, he goes on the offensive. Well, now the muskrat is using his own tricks against him. On top of that, let's be honest, this dude needs to sell some cars. I believe that's the real motivation behind this whole big, beautiful bill and going after Republicans and the Trump administration. Them Teslas ain't moving, and he needs to start selling them quick. I know y'all been watching the stock price. It keeps going up and then down some days, but we're back above 300, I believe. Let me tell you, if he does not actually start selling some vehicles, we're going to be looking at another one of those crazy crashing days that had him crying in the fetal position in the Oval Office a few months ago. But man, oh man, this breakup is getting spicy. I can't wait to see what happens next.
One disgusting pork-filled abomination is what Elon Musk called Trump's bill. Tax cuts, which are going to add $5 trillion to the U.S. national debt, is happening. Also seeks to cut Medicaid by $700 billion and SNAP by $230 billion, which helps feed kids in low-income homes.
Wasn't Elon also trying to cut Social Security, Medicaid, and SNAP?
Yeah! But now him and Trump are beefing over this bill. Elon said shame on anyone who voted for it. Trump said it's fine the way it is. Now won't be able to receive food stamps if they're above the age of 7.
So kids who can't afford food, what are we trying to do? Put them back in factories?
Multiple Republicans have said that people need to start working again, and that men shouldn't be able to receive Medicaid and that they should work instead. Elon has a reason to not like it because it disincentivizes green energy. Can't you see that Elon just wants the best for our country?
We're not going to forget that he saluted on stage. He's not all of a sudden the good guy. Matter of fact,
what's mainly adding to the deficit is the tax cuts the rich are going to receive. So how is he bad if he doesn't support a bill like that?
He was for everything happening in it. Now that his Tesla stock is crashing, all of a sudden he's against it. He's grifting, but yes, the bill is horrible for Americans as a whole.
Yeah, well, if the bill's so bad, then how did it manage to get past the Senate? Wouldn't everybody object against it if it actively destroyed Americans' livelihoods? So why would they pass it?
Because everybody with a semblance of power in this country have lost their minds, and we're in a dictatorship to the point everybody's struggling, and the people at the top don't give a damn because they're scared to be outed by the cult for speaking against the cult on something they know is wrong.
So people are scared that their easy lives will end? Well, it's too late! It's time to let kids start 2025! Sorry, children!
We have breaking news right now. Elon Musk is now calling for all Republicans who voted for the budget bill supported by Donald Trump to be removed from office next year. Elon Musk is not backing down. Instead, he's ramping up his attacks against his own party. Musk just quote tweeted a tweet attacking Republicans in Congress who voted for the budget bill, saying, "In November next year, we fire all politicians who betrayed the American people." This bill, he quote tweeted, doesn't mention Democrats at all. Now, that's not to say that Musk won't spend money to defeat Democrats. He probably will. But he's turning on his own people, on his own Republican Party in the meantime. And he's causing a number of headaches for Donald Trump, for Mike Johnson, and especially for Senate Majority Leader John Thune, who has to get this bill passed. And right now, Musk is giving cover for Senate Republicans to vote no against the bill, which could tank the bill in the United States Senate. Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack shortly, linked in bio, so subscribe for free and follow along for all the news you need to know about.
Go from this video, and all I can say is that why is he only speaking up now? Because he is leaving the White House, right? But then I am going to say this: anybody who believes these people at this point must really be a joke, because I do not believe any of them. Elon Musk calls to fire Republicans who supported a budget bill. Looks like the relationship is like sour at this point. But I am going to say, before they start arresting the ones that supported the budget bill, I think they should also start with him for the ones, all the bills he has also supported this present administration to pass. They should hold him responsible for being able to get into Social Security, getting all the informations and all that. Now, I am going to say this. These people think that Americans are not seeing what they are doing, or Americans are blind. No, Americans are not blind. They see all the things you people do, and they are kind of looking and watching you people, especially you, that Elon Musk. I don't know how you connive with this administration to bring in Afrikaners, because they are the only ones going through this side. You know, one thing I have found out about these people is that they always want to be victims so bad. Yes. That's why from nowhere, black people are this side to the Afrikaners. And that was how they ended up with what? Straight away citizenship, like the fastest citizenship ever. The last one that happened was in how many years ago? Like mass citizenship. 1988, something 88, thereabouts. Now that this bill, see, I was also checking something online yesterday and found out that what's her name? Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying that she signed the bill without looking at it properly. Excuse me? Excuse me? Did I hear you right? That you said you signed a bill about people, a bill without even knowing what the bill is talking about. Don't tell me that BS, because you all are used to telling this kind of lies. I don't want to ever believe it. I do not ever want to believe it. It's been how many months this administration has been in office? They have done so many, so many horrible things, and people are suffering it. So you, Elon Musk, knew that the bill wasn't good enough, right? And you did not say anything before the bill was passed, because I am sure you saw the bill. So immediately you left, the bill became very bad, right? And you are criticizing it. I do not have problem with people criticizing some certain things, like, criticism is welcome. But the critic coming from me is just a little bit weird. Why did I say it's weird? It is weird because this bill has been passed and he did not say anything about it. So immediately he left and he is talking about it. Congress is making America bankrupt. Like, you do not know that they were making from the onset of this administration, that the plan was to make America bankrupt. You saw all of that. You could sign with him. Now that things are not so okay, you are beginning to speak out. I don't know how I don't know how they came about this administration and the Doge and all that supporting the president. But you all know everything, it's a fraud. And for the civilians, let me use this one, and for the humans, people that are up supporting this administration, you all know that you are not trustworthy. I will never trust you, because you all are seeing the harm coming up from this administration and none of you is speaking up. He went ahead to say, I am sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive outrage pork-fueled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. See, you see, if you ever trust MAGA, that it's your problem. There are recently the weather has really been so bad, right? In fact, let me use chameleon because the weather doesn't change that bad sometimes. Chameleon. There are chameleon that when they see green, it is green. When they see blue, straight up, like switching color like it is nothing. This is what they are. He is trying to play on our intelligence. But no, man, you cannot. You are not a good man. And I am also going to put you where where people that are not good are placed. I ain't changing my mind about it. One thing I know for sure is that Black people, most especially, are standing on business, and your business isn't kind of revealing a whole lot. I am going to draw the curtain. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.